In this video, I'll show you how to find the solution and take action on a key restrainer for a top problem or goal. In my last couple of videos and articles, I explained how to identify a key problem that you want to solve, and then how to identify the restrainer that's holding you back from solving it or achieving a goal. In this video, we're going to work on that key restrainer and look at solutions and actions that you can take. Once you remove the key restrainer, the drivers, the force that's propelling you to solve that problem or achieve that goal will be able to come into play and move you forward. This approach is called the force field analysis. So if you haven't watched the previous video or read the article, I highly recommend that. There's some worksheets that you could download as well, so check for the links in the description of this video. In the last video, I used the example of stress, and I'm going to use that again today. So let's say stress, and I like this example because it's actually something that affects us all at one time, and it affects both our personal and professional life, so it has a big impact on us. You'll see that I listed the key restrainers. And so we have on one side the restrainers and on the other side the drivers. Now I'm not going to write them all out again, but the top two I'm going to use in this example are time and workload. Now of course there were others that you could refer to. When we do this type of exercise, especially in a team, the idea is to brainstorm the list of restrainers and drivers, of course, and from the list you want to look at the items that can be combined. And in this case, I've combined, or I'm going to combine, workload and time. And that's how I identify that they're combined. This is another technique called nominal group technique. I'll get into that in a future article and video. So I want to treat time and workload together because to me they're really one and the same. You know, if I can reduce my workload in this case, I'm going to have more time. And to reduce time, I probably need to look at my workload. So what are the solutions to that? I'm going to write down now the statement for the solution. I could just write the word stress, but I want to turn it into some kind of a statement. So that's my solution statement. Solutions to reduce workload and have more time for exercise, family, and fun activities. Because that's really what's driving me to get rid of the stress. Obviously, stress is also a potential health risk. Now, I want to work out the solution for this statement. Writing it down in itself is not just going to solve it. Now, you may think, why do we have to go through all these steps, like in the previous video and articles, to come to this? But it's really good to find the right goal or problem to work on, and then to go through the process of identifying what's holding you back. And it doesn't have to take long to do this. And it's a great exercise to do with a team as well. So what are the possible solutions to this? What I'm going to do is just identify what I think is the top thing. And this would depend obviously on your role in your company. If you're a manager, the first thing that comes to mind is delegation. If I have too much of a workload, I need to either assign tasks or delegate them. If I'm an employee and I don't have staff that I could delegate to or assign to, well, I need to prioritize my tasks and figure out what do I need to let go of and what are the priority things. And I may want to have a discussion with my manager to do that. So let's say I want to delegate, or I want to assign tasks to staff. But probably before I do that, I want to list my tasks. And to do that, I may want to track my activities. Once I do that, I need to follow up. And you could do the same thing if you're not a manager, if you're just looking at reducing your workload. So follow up with staff would be another thing. And of course, you need to put this into action. So these are the broad things, the solutions, the actions that you want to take, and you could do this for any of your strainers that you've identified. So you need to formalize a solution, identify the action steps. Now, I also have a goal planning sheet which can be used for this purpose too. And I'll put a link where you could go to that video where I walk you through how to use or how to set a goal. And goal setting is really a lot like problem solving. So you could use that goal planning sheet to either identify, achieve a goal, or to solve a problem as well. And with that, you have a place where you could add a date where you want to achieve certain things, and you could also look at obstacles along the way that's holding you back. And along the way, you want to measure how you're doing. In an example like stress, it's kind of tangible yet intangible. So what I like to do is say, well, today, what is my level of stress on a scale of 1 to 10? Is it a 5, a 7? You know, in a week from now, I ask myself the same question. What is my level of stress today compared to what it was? That way you'll see how well this is impacting your action plan, your solutions are impacting your problem or the solution to your problem. And once you start working on this, taking action, you're going to see that even if you may have listed a bunch of other restrainers, if you identify and work on the key restrainer, that probably will solve your problem enough, or it will take care of the other restrainers. So I hope this makes sense to you and that you're going to start now, if you haven't already, working on a key problem. Please leave a comment. Let me know how this is working out for you and if this is beneficial. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk again soon. I hope you find these tips useful. Here's some videos that are related that you can watch right now. Subscribe to our channel to get news of new videos as they come out. Thanks for listening, and talk again soon.